bug population. Day 15. Dude, where is day 15? Well, from the looks of it, on day 15 I got enough cementing paste and obsidian for the 400 polymer I needed to craft the industrial forge. And now that I had the forge, I felt accomplished in life, so I decided to attain the level 168 Megatherium I saw earlier. How those two clauses relate, I have no idea. The Megatherium stats came out okay, I guess. I named them Sid and returned to my base. And then I proceeded to farm an ungodly amount of cementing paste. Why? I don't know, it's fun. Day 17, I was still in the swamp cave with my frog, and I got an insane...
Hey, you!
Me?
Yeah, you! Don't you want to play something different?
Bring it up!
Try this.
Yo! Nice.
Valorant is a 5 versus 5 shooter where you'll attack or defend strategic points on the map. You'll have pistols, rifles, SMGs, snipers. There are even guns that look like a frickin' dragon! Sorry, you can't have that until after the pistol round. Make your way to one of the objectives and while after some time if you're successful, the round is yours. If the spike is defused, you will lose the round.
On my way. Hit. Enemy spotted.
Watching here. No.
One to nine, Jim.
You should see your face. Yo, Brimstone. You know the drill.
Let's go.
Reloading. Tear them down. Yeah. Let's bring it back.
Beat them back.
Your phone.
You know what to do.
Spike's hit.
Pay attention. I learned something.
Spike gone.
Death is cold.
We good.
We good.
Enemy spotted. Shot done. Come on, bro.
Oh, I forgot to mention,
Nice try, kid.
every agent has their own set of unique abilities to make killer plays.
Really?
You, for example, are a duelist. There is sentinels, initiators, and controllers. Valorant, it's all about using your abilities and combining them with your lethal gunplay to outplay your opponents. Although that someone is really skilled, you can definitely still win. You may just need some teamwork. Or some human bait.
I'm not just mouth
We got this.
Let's turn this around.
Push.
You cannot escape. Spike's here.
Let's go. Stand right in front.
Close one.
Shot done.
Hey, Phoenix. Lock in sight. Rush them.
Come on, let's go!
plenty of strategies you can coordinate with your team. With practice, you will be able to win without those newbie lucky shots. So what are you waiting for? Download it now on playvalorant.com and jump into the action.
And we're back with March Sadness. And the team is looking down the barrel of a 4:55 meeting.
They're gassed, Jill. Can they turn it around and make this meeting an email?
It's going to be a tough shot. But whoa there. They're getting an assist from Grammarly. Jones is taking the ball and running with it. She's asking Grammarly to write the first draft of an email.
What a play. Grammarly is an AI writing partner that helps you make your point. And it's super private, Jill. They've got a strong defense.
And watch her finesse still. She's adjusting the tone beautifully.
Take a look at that, Jill. It really sounds like her. No substitutions.
She's got a clear shot and it's good.
They're giving it the full court press now. Ellis, the Cincinnati kid, is using Grammarly to summarize an important doc, and bam! That's a three-pointer! Ellis, he's been seeking redemption ever since he ended that conference call by saying, "I love you."
100%. Look at that passing game, Bill. Messages are flying and the precision is just incredible. When everyone uses Grammarly, everything just makes sense.
It's 4:50. Meeting is still on the clock. Can they beat the buzzer? Bazinga!
It's a slam dunk. The meeting's canceled. They'll go home champion.
I have never seen a team move this well, Jill. They've got their eye on the ball and they are making their goals.
Download Grammarly for free.
Crossbow from Cave Bell. Oh, that's a good crossbow. Later on, I was still in the taming mood, so I crowded my Rex through this arc of any bad level dynasty that I wanted to tame. Mainly Rex. I didn't really find any, but I did kill 2 Alpha Rexes. I was still looking for Rexes on day 18, but I got kind of bored and decided to go get the artifact of the Devourer. You know, for fun. Have you ever got bored of playing dinosaurs like me? Well, I've got just the thing for you, my fellow keyboard warriors. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever. War Thunder has over 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships to help you take down your enemies. And the game is incredibly detailed with their individual components and highly immersive combat experience. War Thunder isn't just for keyboards. You can now play War Thunder on the Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation, and PC. And the vehicle in War Thunder span over 100 years of development, so you can take down your enemies in an old plane from the 1920s, or basically a flying Grim Reaper. And you can also eliminate your enemies in 4K with amazing sound effects. An insane graphic detail, but my favorite element of War Thunder is the sheer amount of vehicles in battle. There's almost never a dull moment. So head down to the link in the description or the pinned comment and download War Thunder using my link and get a large free bonus packs for PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. And this works for new and existing users. Day 19, and now that I'm starting to breed a boss killing army, I think it's time to become a little more civilized. So I crafted a generator and lamppost so I wasn't in eternal darkness. And later on I decided to go and Rex again and found my 7,000th Alpha Rex. Seriously, aren't these supposed to be rare? Anyway, I spent a little bit more time at Carnar Island with no luck, but then I flew back to the mainland and found a level 168 male Rex. Now, for all you newbies, you can't breed a Tech Rex and a normal Rex together. So this Rex is really good, but I want to find a male Tech Rex to breed with my already existing Rex. So maybe if I find another high-level female Rex, I'll come back and tame this. A female 168, and we found a male 168. Okay, I guess I have to tame it. Day 20, I started knocking out the female Rex, and my new crossbow made it much quicker. And while the Rex was unconscious taming, I flew up and down the river looking into the forest with their Xenos to tame. I didn't find any good ones, but before I knew it, the Rex was tamed, and the health was pretty mid, but she had pretty good melee. I then flew back to my base and quickly gathered more resources for another tree platform to keep more dinos. And to end off day 20, I spent refarming more taming supplies. Go tame the male level 168 Rex. Day 21 is time to go tame that other Rex and get the breeding line going. And on the way to the mountain, I got an apprentice frog saddle. But once I actually got the mountain, I couldn't find the Rex. And dinos don't despawn in single player, so it had to be somewhere. So then ensued a 15-minute search looking for the Rex, but I found it just down on the beach.
Bruh.
I named the Rex Snowman, and his health was genuinely insane. His melee was awful, but it's fine because the female's melee was good, but holy. He has 1,000 more health points than the Tech Rex that I tamed at level over 300. Day 22, I returned back to base with my new Rex and started breeding them. I have to get both the good health and melee on the same baby Rex, and that could take and while the Rex was going at it, I farmed up and placed another wooden tree platform just under my first one. This one would be for baby hatching and raising. I then made a generator and enough air conditioners to hatch a small army, and voila, it works. And while the Rex egg was incubating, I noticed an alpha raptor underneath my base. And it should have been a pretty easy kill, but my Rex actually did almost die.
Oh no.
What the? I'm stuck! Oh, I'm getting hit. I can't.
Metagenics gets to the root of whole body health with pure, potent ingredients sourced from nature. Clinically tested and trusted by doctors for decades. And unlike some other supplements, Metagenics is scientifically designed to be completely absorbed and start working in as little as 45 minutes, bringing your body back into balance for lasting well-being. Nourish your systems, don't just manage your symptoms, and unleash your inner power to heal. Metagenics, the science that creates balance.
This is not good. Okay, my Rex can turn around and hit me. Oh my god! The one. So if you couldn't tell by the Rex colors and the happy grin noises, the baby Rex hatched out with a health mutation. My luck is insane. And I did a coin flip to see if I should imprint the baby because you usually don't want to imprint your breeder. But I really wanted to see what the imprint stats would look like. We keep the stats, we just make it a breeder, his tails, imprint his heads. Tails. Looks like we're imprinting. And let's just say I'm gonna have a good boss playing army. Day 23, I connected a top tree platform with my main one, and then I went on a search for either fairies or a Megatherion to tame. I found a level 144 fairy towards the end of the day. For those who were watching Day 24 live, you guys know today was a pain. I knocked out the fairy and decided to keep flying around while I was taming, and I found a level 18 Dodic I wanted to tame. So I knocked it out, and then remember fairies and narcotics when they're taming are gonna wake up really fast. Oh my gosh, I forgot fairies wake up super fast. We gotta go back. So then ensued a frantic fly back to the fairy, hoping it wouldn't wake up before I got back. And luckily it didn't, but I had to sit there gathering and force feeding the fairy narco berries to keep it asleep. Ark can be a fun game, but most of the time it's stressful. I logged back in on Day 25 because I needed to take a break because of Day 24. Anyways, I was flying back to my base when the first fairy I see is a level 162. It's not like I dedicated a whole stream just a day prior to look for these guys. So I went back to base, recrafted all the taming supplies I would need to properly tame a fairy, and flew back out getting a pretty good flat gauntlet blueprint in the process. And if you have all the supplies you need, taming a fairy really isn't that that. The theory was still taming about halfway through the day on day 26 when I spotted level 144 Megatherium. And my trap wasn't too far, so it looks like I'm spending more time. Anyways, the theory taming success came out pretty mid, but I now have 2 females, and that just doesn't work. And later on, I got the Megatherium in the trap and started taming. Day 27, the Megatherium tamed in the early morning, but its stats were kinda... But it's okay, because if the Megatheriums are too bad, I might be able to use Rexus to kill the brood members since playing big jaws. And speaking of Rexus, I got the new male breeding and crafted a fridge, and oh my god, my luck is insane. Speaking of insane, I was making vaults in PvE mode. Anyways, I did some farming and my first baby Megatherium was born. The stats were less than pleasing, so I quickly executed it. Day 28, I was out by the volcano and surrounding mountains farming metal because I was basically owl out of it after crafting just 3 vaults. Day 29 started off great. Oh my god. But what I was actually doing flying around the redwoods, I was looking for Thylas. Thylas are really good for caving and they do way too much damage. And later on I found a level 114 and trapped it. Anyways, the Thyla tamed and I gave it an interesting name. And Thylas are one of my favorite teams, so I took it for a spin getting the artifact of the pack in the process. And honestly, I've played this game for so long and caves aren't really a challenge anymore. I can't really remember the last time I did a cave called... Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, day 30 I had to walk myself home because I tamed the cave on the Thyla and I didn't bring a cryo-parted bird soup. And when I got back to base, I set my sights on making troughs to feed my baby Rexes I was about to have. I killed some local plebs for their meat and then hatched 5 baby Rexes. And I didn't really know what to name them, so I just started naming them after ARC YouTubers. And I spent the rest of the day at the base raising the Rexes because I did not want to miss any imprints on them. On day 31, I had 3 drop their fertilized eggs right here so you can see them and then gather them. Anyways, I farmed some more meat, crafted industrial. Drill to keep myself fed. And later on, I found myself in the swamp cave trying to gather more cemented paste, but that trip was short-lived. So instead I placed pipes from the river below to my base running up to my main platform. I needed to have it later on to have the industrial cooker, drop box, and water's just kind of nice to have. Day 32 I crafted said industrial cooker and look what I needed to craft a chemistry bench. One of the things was polymers, and you need cemented paste to craft polymers, so back into Swamp Cave I go with a new set of scuba. And this trip went a lot better as I got a lot of paste and and with the remainder of day 32 spinning out the volcano farming obsidian, that is what you need for the other half of polymer. On the way back from the volcano on day 33, I got a precious sword from a yellow drop and immaculate loot from a red drop. But I did craft the dive saddle when I returned to base, and the rest of day 33 and 34 can be a single father to an honor baby killing machines. Day 35 was almost all spent baby raising as well, but I decided to go out and lower the local tech dino population because that was a pretty easy way to farm electronics. And I needed these electronics for the chemistry bench, which I crafted. And it's nice to know I can now craft drugs and become a drug lord like this man, or just tame dinosaurs. While I had some baby Megatheriums raising on day 36, I knocked out and tamed a level 54 Bronto for easier berry farming. And business was going to be good with this type of production. Day 37, I was doing all this farming for crop plots to fund my drug veggie cake business. I then crafted myself a pooper and took 1 too many laxative to fuel my crops. And before the end of the day, I teamed myself itchy because it's about time I go underwater. And with my itchy, I went back to basic craft scuba, then returned to the ocean to go underwater. More specifically, the easy water cave. Well, Oh lord. Oh! I stuck back and some silica pearls in the process, and the glitch.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
I usually just call the graphic glitch. Look it up if you somehow find yourself in a similar situation. I got back to my base on day 39. And I quickly returned to fueling my crop lots. I then crafted 8 tree sap traps and put them around my pretty good neat sap for vegetables. And speaking of trees, I made another tree flap. If we were just lining up and leveling Rexes, and it wasn't entertaining, so here's a picture of my cat instead. I had a few good female Megatheriums in day 41, so I would soon have an army of giant sloths. And later on, I collected some sap that I had gathered and popped some flint and stone for spark powder. And by the time I returned to my base, there was a few little baby Megatherium babies waiting to be claimed. And I closed out day 41 with crafting stimulants for veggie cakes, cooking medical brews, and imprinting the Megatheriums. That batch of Megatheriums were fully raised and imprinted by day 42, and I thought it was about time to start power leveling in my diners. So I flew around the island's beaches and eventually found a license to to get double experience boost to diners. And on the way back to my base, I spotted some little monkeys and just had to tame them. Anyways, I returned to my base and threw the rice jar out of the cryo once I started incubating some Rex eggs. I bet you can tell where this is going. It may get me sent to hell, but killing babies gives great experience for my Rexes. I'm still leveling my Rexes into the early morning of day 43, but all that changed when I spotted a purple drum, and I love doing that. I was really starting to look out for more drops, so I was going to need a saddle blueprint very soon. I've now just leveled about all of my boss Rexes, so I can beat the Megatopus boss pretty soon. That is, if I get all the necessary tributes. So I crafted some Trinkera for one of the diners. I needed to set out, mainly took down Spinus for the majority of the day, but I did tame an otter. The first half of day 44 was about taking down the last few Spinos I need. Then returned to my base to drop the Spinosaurs off before grabbing my Phyla and setting out for the Hunter Cave. Megalania spawned in the Hunter Cave, and I just so happened to need 10 other toxins to start the boss fight. But there's only one in the cave, and they each dropped 2 when killed, so I either needed more Megalania or the Trank Arrows, which I had. You see, Megalanias will always wake up with 2 more toxin when knocked out, so I proceeded to knock out and took the toxin out the same Megalania multiple times. I was finishing up in the Hunter Cave in the morning of day 45, and after that I took my Phyla out to the ocean and somehow managed to kill 2 Megalodons for the teeth because that was the last tribute I needed. Now I had all the artifacts and tributes I needed, including the artifact with the brute, which I got in the easy underwater cave, but I guess I just forgot to show. But anyways, I spent the rest of the day farming for primitive Rex saddles since I'm pretty confident my Rexes will be strong enough to take on the Megatopus without good saddles. There's only one more thing I'm missing to fight the Megatopus now, and that is a unit. So I made a basic trap and set up towards snow in search of one, and I did 2 full laps around the snow, but everything I saw was garbage, so I eventually found a level 90 and said screw it, I'll tame it. I couldn't get the Yudi in the trap to tame it, but since I'm an absolute master at this game, I managed to tame it in the wild. Oh, he's drowning. He's drowning for sure. Oh my god. I was waiting for my Yudi to tame on day 47 when I got into a bit of a scuffle, but don't worry, I've got everything. Then later on, the music hit, and I flew back to my base, and when I returned, I made the Yudi saddle and obviously power leveled it. So now that I have everything I need, I think it's about time that I go fight the boss. But one problem, I decided that I wouldn't enable PvE mode in the series. I get rid of cryopod timers, so I can either wait 17 years of crowds to rise on the obelisk or walk them all the way to the obelisk, and I stupidly chose the second option. Successfully at the obelisk, and I came back to get the artifacts and tributes that stupid before. I grabbed what I needed and flew back out to the blue obelisk, but I was looking for something. I didn't find it. Oh well, I could probably do the boss fight without it, because my Rex is super strong. Whoa, why is he there? So yeah, now one, I lost my Yudi on the way and couldn't find it. The bosses are all harder since the official difficulty override is now the same. This could...
War Thunder, the military online action game, has received this year's first major update. The branch of unique South African vehicles is now available. Upgraded MBTs, rapid-wheeled armored cars, and much more. An aircraft with a variable sweep wing has also arrived in the game. The war in War Thunder spans the entire globe and covers many different periods. Fight all over the world using vehicles from the past century, all the way to those in service today. Get the upper hand in a new location, the abandoned military town of Cerberus 13. Fight among the Soviet prefab residences and the Palace of Culture. In War Thunder, aircraft, tanks, ships, and helicopters are available to you. Fight with different types of vehicles on the same map. Upgrade your machines and win battles, and if you're skilled enough, end the game with a nuclear strike. Experience War Thunder in a new way with improved graphics, innovative effects, realistic skies, and authentic sounds. Download War Thunder on warthunder.com.
Doesn't matter what happens to you. Life don't stop. Neither do I.
Make the dragon and broodmother way more harder than they already are. Well, at least I have a cool new flag now. Anyways, I crowded up all my Rexes from the obelisk and brought them back to my base. The Megapithecus didn't really go as well as I wanted it to, but I got it done, so it's now time to set my sights on the broodmother. Thus, I raised a few more Megatheriums for the rest of the day. I began day 51 with crafting a few primitive Megatherium saddles. I was gonna start taking my Megatheriums into Swamp Cave to level because it's just as good, if not better, than killing baby Rexes. And not to say the obvious or anything, but clearing out this cave with an imprinted Megatherium is a breeze. And I also got an insane RG saddle while I was at it. Day 52 I decided to do some more spelunking, but this time caves I haven't explored yet. I had my philo and went out to the Artifact of the Clever cave in the mountains, and this cave is stupid easy. If you know what isn't easy, the lava cave. It's more just annoying if anything with other cats and lava. That's kind of the theme of the cave though. The morning of day 53 wasn't really that noteworthy, but the second half, yeah boy. I tamed to level 168 Itchy and then started taming to level 168 Basilar. I didn't finish the tame on day 53 because I can go to school, work out, pet my cat, and get a full night's rest between the time of the first feed and the second feed. Day 54, I fully tamed the Basilar and spent the rest of the day just standing around my base. I was probably just watching YouTube or something. Well, day 55 was a lot more productive. First bringing out my inner beekeeper and stealing the honey from all the local bees. I needed the honey for veggie cakes, and I pretty much had everything else to craft some. I pretty much spent half of the day gathering honey only for 25 veggie cakes. I was back underwater on day 56, this time looking for Tussos to kill for their black pearls because I needed the pearls for a replicator. And in my underwater adventure, I only managed to kill one alpha megalodon and one Tusso. Oh, it's another one of these. Hey boy. I really need to kill this Alpha Tusso because they drop a lot of black pearls, tentacles, and I need their eye eventually for the Alpha Overseer. So I healed up my Basilar, who was a beast at this point, and spent the next 20 minutes left clicking the Oversight Tusso. And I have now established myself as the Alpha Overseer. Day 58, I had 4 Megatherium and I was back in the Swamp Cave leveling them up. And after eliminating all the nuisances, I finally went back looking for a male Theri, and I just so happened to find a level 180 male before the end of the day. Day 59 went just as how you expect it to. I kinda just sat around waiting for the tame, feeding it narcotics every few minutes, and high levels take forever to tame. However, I did get a good flak testament blueprint from a drop. The theory tamed basically as soon as the clock struck midnight on day 60. Anyways, I got the theory back and started breeding it with the others. I then farmed a few berries to keep the baby theories I was soon to have fed, and later on I was back in the easy underwater cave looking for supply crates. Each day I was becoming more and more desperate for saddle blueprints. I was still in the easy underwater cave on day 61 looking for loot crates. I didn't find any though, so I returned back to my base and did some theory breeding and killing it because the baby didn't have the stats I wanted. But now that the theories are on breeding cooldown, I flew back out to snow because I need a new UD because I lost mine. Day 62 I found a level 174 UD, and that's quite an upgrade from my old UD, so I was really happy. I named the UD Lost because I lost my other one and then returned home. I crafted more grapples on day 63 because I needed 100 for veggie cakes. No! I don't think I've ever gone 100 days without my otter that I always somehow named Clippers dying. Anyways, I managed to get my stuff back and made some more veggie cakes, and I also gave myself a haircut. Day 64 I went back to leveling up my Megatherium in the Swamp Cave. I could use about 4 Megatherium to clear the cave, so it'd only take a few trips to fully level the armor. And the Swamp Cave also has loot crates, so I do have a chance to get a blueprint I need, but it's very low. And at the end of the day, I finally got some baby theories that had better stats. I was running low on metal again, so I flew out to the metal mountain and metal. For the rest of the day, I was back working with my theories. I was out on the volcano in the morning crystals specifically for tech replicator, but I still need more black pearls to craft the replicator, so you guessed it, I had to go underwater again. And I actually managed to take down 2 Tusos in the same Alpha Mosasaur 3 times, because the first 2 times my power shut off because my PC was drawing too much power. I returned to my base on day 67 with all my loot and kinda just sat around waiting for my metal to smell so I could actually craft the replicator. Day 68 and I just realized I haven't done a montage yet. Well, sit back, relax while I play Ark and get Arked.
Welcome everyone, my name is John Parker and I'm the proud superintendent of the Central Valley School District. We're really glad that you have joined us this evening. We're excited that you could carve out time this evening for a very important presentation about the 2 levy measures that are going to be on the ballot. The ballot will have actually 2 checkboxes for individuals, and we just are glad that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to find out more about these 2 measures. As you will see, I've got some individuals that are helping me that you'll see on the screen, and they'll be helping guide. We also have a PowerPoint that we're going to be using, and before we get started, I just want to share that we're recording this and going to post it on our website.